Here on my rooftop in Napa Valley, California. I'm a technological entrepreneur and management major at Arizona State University, and I would hope to graduate sometime next year. I've always been blessed with creativity. I'm a dancer, a model, an artist, a chef. I play the piano and do martial arts, but primarily I'm a creative businesswoman. I can rarely remember ever having a boss. My father, my 5 brothers and sisters, and I were the owners of a very successful cultural cemetery for 30 years. I was an owner of a high-tech laundromat and even featured on the Maytag magazine cover. I'm also the founder of the California Real Estate Investors Association out of Fresno, and also the founder of the Napa Cannabis Connoisseurs Club, which I recently was forced to close for the time being. Unfortunately, I have 6 spinal injuries, and I was contemplating what career move to make considering my physical condition. That is when I chose to return to Arizona State University and become a TEM major. My body may be broken, but there's nothing the matter with my brain. Studying at ASU has been one of the best decisions that I have made. It's been an honor to study under Professor Jason Horowitz, Senor Chavez, and Professor Stephen Murphy, my 3 favorite professors. They have educated me, encouraged me, and treated me kindly and fairly, and they've truly been inspirational. I would highly recommend any of these 3 professors. Along with my father, we have developed the Cemetery of the Future. During my recent studies with ASU, I've been concentrating on developing the business model and value proposition. And I'm hoping that my startup workshop, semester B with Professor Jason, that will bring our concept closer to launch. We have a lot of work ahead of us, including analyzing the national market prior to deciding the best location of our first building site, beginning an A round of investors, acquiring a skilled and creative team, and hiring qualified employees. We'd also need to find manufacturers and suppliers, and figure out the most efficient ways to reach our target market. This is a non-competitive business, and virtually everyone could potentially someday be our customer. Everyone wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. We are offering mausoleum crypts and cremation niches for the same price that a person would pay for a conventional in-ground burial. We estimate that we can entomb up to 500,000 people on 1 acre. But before we begin, we will do as Fern Mandelbaum suggests that we do, and look at this really clearly and without our little blinders on. But as MLV module teaches us in module 5, as entrepreneurs, we don't see problems, we see opportunities. And we see burial as a big problem for the masses. And HCCC, Heritage Memorial Cultural Center, has an incredibly high-tech and innovative solution. We have written our plan down, tested it out, and we believe this venture to be a feasible business model opportunity. MLV, My Life Venture speaker Randy Adams, suggests that we begin with a plan of little steps to create milestones and to evaluate as we go and to make changes. The Cemetery of the Future will be a multi-million-dollar venture, and because of our previous success in the cemetery industry, we will pass the feasibility study and strive for risk reduction through good research and choosing the best A players. Our pricing has been determined, and we can supply a customer with the finest mausoleum burial for less money than they would pay for a conventional burial site. And we provide a beautiful, enjoyable place for the living and quality, personalized customer service. Our customers will tend to want to choose a cemetery that could serve their family for generations. HCCC will be built in stages. from the revenue of at-need and pre-need sales, products, and services. Another nice feature about cemeteries is that they're not subjected to paying taxes, but rather the money is put into perpetual care funds and used for viable income-generating investments. Timing of expenses and income must be balanced, because as we know, even a business earning a profit can still go bankrupt. As entrepreneurs, and we are managers, and once we launch our business, we're going to have many jobs ahead of us. The MLV provides a list of the many jobs as a manager. Plan, lead, staff, coordinate, organize, direct, control, represent, and lastly but not lastly, motivate. These are many jobs we accept as being entrepreneurs and employers, and the key job is to find key players and treat them right. Give them recognition and always obey the employer promise. Growing up in the cemetery business, I was always taught that if you can sell, you will always find a job. So my father had me stuffing envelopes at the age of 5, and then I proceeded to telemarketing when I was in my teens. And by the time I was 17, I was making pre-need, in-home cemetery presentations and sales. I was referred to as an estate planning consultant. As our way into the homes, we provided free last will and testaments, along with inter vivos trust agreements to avoid probate, living wills, and other very important documents that many times people fail to complete before they die. We have this all prepared by our attorneys, and it's free to everyone who will listen to our pitch. Christian Memorial Cultural Centers, our previous cemetery, won numerous gold medals for pre-need sales by the National Cemetery Association. My father is considered to be the most innovative in the industry. We often brought elegant pens or watches or leather keepsake boxes as gifts for our potential customers when we'd go to their homes. And we'd bring coloring books for the children to keep them amused while we spoke with their parents. We were invited into homes, and we were easily able to build relationships with our customers prior to them using the products they paid us for. Burial is one of the top 3 expenses people must buy during their lifetimes, and we treated our customers like gold. We made shopping personal. We carried a small TV at the time, and we played a video of our cultural center for the family. And this created a special experience for our customers. We always delivered everything that we promised to our customers and much more. ROR, return on investment, relationships rather, creates ROI, return on investment. And as MLV video taught us, the term, the guiding light of customer centricity. My studies at the Ira Fulton School of Engineering have been an exceptional experience, and I have some interesting ventures in the works, even a UAV drone concept. I contacted Professor Murphy in regards to my drone business recently, and he replied with an invitation to become a space entrepreneur and own a space business. And of course I accepted his generous invitation. Reach for the stars. I'm grateful to be taught by and in the company of such creative and brilliant minds. Thank you very much. Godspeed, entrepreneurs. From Renee, LePage.